The 9 victims range from 16 to 29 years old. 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey is one of the 2 who died. WRG's Kwamitra Wilburn spoke to his grandmother.
It was my baby. He'd been with me since he was about 6 years old.
Filled with pain, Deborah Brewer spoke to us over the phone about her grandson, 17-year-old Antonio Humphrey. He is one of the youngest victims in Saturday's mass shooting at Orange Mound Park. We spoke to Miss Brewer just before she walked into the West Tennessee Regional Forensic Center to identify his body.
A lot of people loved Antonio. He was funny. He was outgoing.
She says she learned of his death after receiving a terrifying call from his older sister.
She was hollering over the phone and crying real loud and all this and that. And I was saying, Noria, what's wrong? What's wrong? So they came up shooting. Antonio was laying over there and he had got shot.
Cell phone video shared with the WREG shows a car doing donuts in the middle of a crowd just before shots rang out. The gunfire lasted for nearly 1 minute. On the receiving end of those bullets were 22-year-old Shalimar Faison and 17-year-old Antonio. 7 others were wounded.
I heard they supposed to be doing a video shoot somebody. I don't know who they was, but it wasn't Antonio.
Memphis police have released very little about what led to the shooting. They say the shooting happened at an unpermitted block party with hundreds of people, including children, in attendance.
I didn't have no idea that he was even over at a block party.
Antonio's grandmother says the family has not received any information on who shot Antonio or why, but she is asking for those responsible to come forward.
The devils need to speak up, change their lives, because it's going to eat them from the inside out.
Reporting for your news leader from Orange Mound, Kwamitra Wilburn, WREG News Channel.
County, Arkansas tonight after violence breaks out at an after-prom party.
A senior at West Helena Central High School is dead and another teenager charged with murder. As WRG's Mike Sirianni reports, the 18-year-old victim was less than a month from graduating.
Anytime any superintendent, certainly myself, lose any of my scholars, my heart just goes out.
Dr. Keith McGee, superintendent of West Helena Schools, saddened by the death of Central High senior 18-year-old Lorenzo Harrison III, who was shot dead early Sunday morning. The shooting happened while and after the prom party was being held at this location on Highway 49 in Phillips County.
The only thing I can tell you is it was a non-school event. I personally was not aware of this after the prom party.
While no details have been released, I found out the shooting happened on the parking lot of a business across the highway from the event venue. I watched the security camera video, which is not being released. It shows a car parked on the lot with several people outside it. Another vehicle pulled onto the lot. A subject exited the vehicle with an assault-style weapon and opens fire. The suspect vehicle crashed into this ditch while driving away at high speed. The Arkansas State Police announced 19-year-old Dontarius Stevens, a graduate of Central High, was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. Monday, ASP agents and Phillips County deputies were searching the area for more evidence, while Dr. Keith McGee searches for a way to get youngsters to put down the weapons.
I want to be able to reach them to help them to understand there's another way to solve disputes without using guns or violence.
For your news leader in Phillips County, Arkansas, I'm Mike Sirianni, WREG.
Top of the morning, man. Top of the morning. You know who it is, who it should be. AKA J Cass. Better known now as who? Trucker J, man. The best way is stay out the way, you heard? Boom. at my stop early. You know what I mean? I'm prompt. That's what real truckers do. They be on time. They drive safely. They do everything strategically, if I pronounce that word the right way. So you see the two stories I presented to you about these parasites. Okay. So one was a mass shooting, right, in Memphis. 9 victims, 2 passed away at this current time. It was an unauthorized, unpermitted block party. So meaning there was numerous ninjas in attendance. Okay? They even had kids in attendance, even though these are kids, but they had minor kids there too. Okay? So they're doing donuts and burnouts. And all of a sudden, somebody commenced to start shooting. It sounded like Beirut. It sounded like Vietnam. It sounded like Iraq. Did you hear the bullets going off? It sounded like somebody had to switch.
The gunfire lasted.
Make it make sense? I can't make that make sense because I'm trying to figure this out. Like, it has to start in the home, right? It has to be some type of mental illness that these teenagers have, that these youngsters have, to want to go out and just shoot recklessly, don't care who they hit, right? You know, when a bullet hits you, it only takes one, and it could take your life. So for somebody to grab an assault rifle and just start spraying in the crowd, that means they don't value no kind of life, and they don't fear God. They don't fear going to jail. They're just demons. Literally. But I have to say it starts in the home because, like I said, I know people that have 14 and 15-year-olds and 17 and 18-year-olds that are not on that type of time as far as I know of. You get what I'm saying? The kids are not out there shooting things and stealing stuff from stores and acting all crazy. Why? Because they have great parenting, okay? And when you hands-on with your children, you remember that commercial back in the day? It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? I forgot. I'm not saying it right, but you know what I'm talking about. You have to take accountability for your children. If they under your roof, I don't care if they 21. If they under your roof, you must be hands-on with your children. Make sure they're not out here cutting the food. So basically, we had that mass shooting where 2 people lost their lives. They got a reward of 15 grand. So you know somebody gonna rat because they want that bread. See how the game go? But what have we learned here? And I presented to you another story in Arkansas, okay? Which I guess is not that far from Memphis. I don't know because I'm not from that side. I'm from New York. You understand me? So basically, there was a party at a park, right? Unauthorized, unpermitted. No. Yeah, this was a after prom party right here. Okay, let me stand correct. This was an after prom party, I guess, at some location, right? There was a group of guys standing outside of a car, talking. Somebody pulls up. They get out with an assault type of rifle or automatic, and they commenced to shooting. And one young man has lost his life. has succumbed to his wounds. Then the idiot tried to pull off, couldn't drive, crashes into a ditch, and gets caught. Now make that make sense. Now you took a life and threw away your life because you couldn't fight. See, listen, when we was coming up, if we had a dispute with somebody and it was that serious, you see my knuckles? Look at my hand. I broke my hand on somebody's head before. We fought. We didn't grab a knife. We didn't grab a gun. Now, did it get real where there was shootouts? Yes, it did. You understand me? But that wasn't our first plan of option. You understand? That wasn't our first option, was to grab a knife or a gun. The first option was to put your hands up like a man and take it on the chin. You hear me? See, what it is, I've learned that you youngsters are scared to take an ass whooping. That's number one, right? You're scared. Listen, in a fight, it's called combat. You're gonna get hit, youngsters. And like I said, they have no fear of God. They have no soul, no spirit. And I blame the parents for not taking accountability for their children, because it starts in the home. So what have we learned here? There's a moral to my story. The moral to the story is, do not let your good children, the ones that are good, the innocent ones that always end up getting shot at these events, do not let your children go and attend these type of events. No block parties, no senior skip days, no nothing. You understand me? You want to bring your kids somewhere, you bring them to Six Flags or something. Do not, I repeat, if you value your children, if you love your children that's supposed to be good here, right? They don't get in no trouble, right? They hit the books like they're supposed to and get good grades, right? They're about to attend college, right? Do not let them attend no block parties, no prom parties, no nothing. After the prom, tell them bring their ass home. That's what you do if you want your kid to survive, because these parasites that's out here don't value life. They don't fear the Almighty. They don't care about going to jail. None of that. So the best way to protect your children, people, is, okay, you want to go to prom, sweetheart? Or my son, you want to go to prom? After prom, bring your ass home. You're not going to no after parties. You're not doing nothing else. You're going to go to prom, and I'm going to be right outside to pick you up if you want your child to survive in this day and age, because now everything is go get the gun. You look at me wrong, bang, I'm going to shoot you. You step on my shoes, bang, I'm going to shoot you. That's what we in. That's the climate we in. It's sad, but it's the goddamn truth. And you wonder why I got my kids out the hood before they became of age? And they doing just fine. I got a 25-year-old that's about to be 26, only had one boyfriend, lost her virginity in her, at what, 22, 23? Huh? I got a 21-year-old at home that's still a virgin. Yes, I'm putting their business out there because I don't care, because I run the house. They don't be out partying and acting stupid and thotting and twerking and none of that. Why? Because mom and dad is hands on. We ain't having it. And that's why we allow them to live under our roof for free until they get their lives in order. You see how that goes? If you hands on with your children, people, they won't be out here running amok. Huh? They won't be cutting up and destroying everything in their path. Right? Right. See, I can sound intelligent just because I come from the slums. I come from the projects. 8 Mofa Gardens, look it up. You know the Dipset video, the Dipset Anthem video? That was my project that they shot that in. The DMX video, DMX is from Yonkers, yes. The Locks is from Yonkers. I know them. Rest in peace, DMX. Mary J. Blige is from Yonkers. Look it up. It's a slum. Ain't nothing special about Yonkers. You understand me? Yonkers, New York. We right next to the Bronx and Mount Vernon, okay? It's the gutter. I know where I come from. But that don't mean I have to remain ignorant and still do ignorant things. See, when I was out in the streets, let me reiterate, when Jay Cass was in the streets, it was about this. See, because you got to make some people believers. If I'm doing this now and I'm a truck driver, do you know how many thousands and 20s of thousands went through these hands? But I was so busy buying Benzes and a Range Rover and a Porsche truck and a Lex and a Jag and all kinds of trucks, all kinds of stupid stuff that depreciate. See, now I know better, so I do better. It just so happens that I'm not in the streets no more. So I got to stack it the way I live. And right now, I'm Trucker J. This what it was about, people. Okay? Hold on. Let me show you what that president is right there. So you know what president that is. This what it was about when I was in the streets. Violence came if you violated me. So now we're on to a new president. That's one set of presidents. You heard? So now we on to this president. You know who this president is. Okay? This what it was about and always about until somebody got it twisted and I had to go upside their damn head. You heard? You heard? This what it was about. Money. I wasn't about killing another brother man and none of that. I was about getting this paper and taking care of my family. Know the difference. You heard? But these youngsters out here, I don't see how y'all getting money because you're steady shooting up everything. You don't get to enjoy life. See, at least when we grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, we was able to go to a party without somebody getting shot. We was able to dance with a female without somebody getting shot. You might have had a scuffle or something, but nobody died like that. You know what I mean? The guns came out when it got really real, but what y'all do now, it don't matter what it is. You can't even do donuts in the parking lot without somebody getting shot. You understand me? Y'all don't value life. And it's sad. But I'm trying to help some of you parents out there that if you so-called care about your children, if there's a certain event and it's a lot of ninjas out there, a big crowd of black people, yes, I'm talking about black people. I can't even talk about my wife's people because she's Latina. She's Puerto Rican. They know how to have a parade and go somewhere without somebody getting shot. That's a fact. But I'm going to talk about my people. So if it's 20 or more, 10 or more, a large crowd of black people, you might not survive. Somebody might die. Somebody might get shot. And that's a damn shame. Because we create so much. And people take from our culture so much. But we fail to realize and get it together, which I don't understand. I'm not from the South, but I understand that the blood that's been shedded in the South from our ancestors, you understand me? And from the oppressor. You get what I'm saying? I understand that because I come from the North. See, go visit New York and tell me what you see. It's overcrowded. It's trash. It's rats everywhere. Some apartments have roaches. The rent is what they call that? Is inflated, right? And you confined to the hood on top of that. And you're overcrowded. So once I made it out of my element 10 years ago, this has been the best life ever. And I just so happened to be smart when I was out in the streets making money. I said, once this is over, what would I would like to do as a career? I said, I wouldn't mind driving a truck. And I went to New England Tractor Trailer School and got my CDL way back in 2001. See, in life is chess, not checkers. Everything is a chess move in life. See, where I messed up at, when I made the money, jewelry, clothes, parties, foreign cars, stupid stuff that depreciates once you buy it. When we could have been had a house way back then. Oh, listen, man. At one time I had 25,000. I had 30,000, 16,000, 10,000, 18,000. Like at one time. But I was so busy caught up in that web of looking good. While everybody in the hood is catching the bus, I'm riding around in the S500 with 22 staggers on it. I got a motorcycle and a Caddy CTS at the same time. A Lex and a Jag at the same time. A Lex and a truck at the same time. A Benz. What I had? The Range Rover, the Porsche truck, and my Challenger at the same time. See, I was too busy trying to look good instead of investing that money. See, these foreigners, they come from difficult backgrounds too, but see, they're smart. They come over here, they are about their money. You understand what I'm saying? So they make smart moves when it comes to their money instead of blowing it. See, we so caught up in that web of, oh, it's just poverty around me, and I need to look good. I need to look better than the next man. See, that's the problem with black people. We too busy wanting to look good and wasting our money in things that don't materialize into anything. So now I'm trying to stack my money so I can invest into more into my, like at home, I got what's that? The CW 1700, whatever. It's a printing machine. I got the vinyl cutters. I got the Cricut. I got heat presses, hat presses. See, this stuff like this, I could do this at home. That's my focus. Get this website. See, I'm making better moves. I know I got off the topic of the parasites and the parents not taking accountability for their children and people dying, but I have to drop jewels for these youngsters. If you want to escape the hood, right? Trucking is a field where you could go to all 50 states. If you have a clean license and you're not smoking no weed, you understand me? And not too many accidents, you could get in this field and relocate your family. I'm trying to save somebody. You want to know how J-Cast did it? Like I told you 1,000 times, I sold the drugs. I never used them. I could sell my pee right now because I don't use drugs, bro. Never did. You heard? I sold them. Know the difference. I was about what I showed you. Money. That's it. Taking care of my family. I got my family out the hood. We got a home. Ain't no landlord. I'm the landlord. You understand? And I'm just trying to help you. But like always, it goes in one ear and out the other. Y'all don't want to hear what I got to say. Who is this dude? Who are you? Well, the receipts is on my YouTube channel. You see everything that went through these hands. So I ain't got to run my mouth and tongue wrestle. I used to rap in front of my cars. So you seen everything that went through these palms, so you know I'm telling the truth. I never claimed to be a what you call it? A big meech. None of that. 5 bands a week. Think about it. You could do a lot in a month if you make 5,000 a week. If I'm flashing, what, $2,000 in your face right now, you think I didn't have that money back then? Like, make it make sense, man. I'm sitting in the truck waiting to get unloaded. I'm here early because I don't like traffic. So I'll sacrifice getting up to get over here because I know where the pockets of traffic is in Atlanta. And I don't like sitting in it. I'd rather sit here and wait for the customer. At least I'm on time and I'm here safe. I have no reason to lie to you. You see how I'm living. The pool is clear. It's getting hot. I'm about to be floating on that raft in my pool in my backyard. You heard? All the proof is on my channel. You know they took my other channel. I had 4,050 subscribers. You know they snatched that from me because I was speaking this positive instead of negative. So you got to overstand the system. They love that y'all out here killing each other. They love it. That's why only the drill rappers are getting the record deals. You got to understand this. In our time, we had Tribe Called Quest. We had different artists. We had fun rap, negative rap, and that hoochie rap. You understand me? But now, it's nothing but murder, kill. And y'all doing exactly what your oppressor wants you to do. And I pray for you youngsters. And I'm gone. I ran my mouth enough.